Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica Michelle. I'm here to give you the interesting news that I see. I'm looking at a news article that Reuters just put out, and it's about South Korea, and it looks like they're having a strike there, and it's kind of interesting because I don't, I kind of get their reasoning for the strike, but I kind of don't. It says the South Korean government is trying to boost, increase the number of doctors just because of, as of right now, the rural areas don't really have a whole lot of doctors. There's no incentive for them to go out to the rural areas. So they, and in light of the pandemic, they want to, for future outbreaks for different things, they want to be able to know that they're going to have enough doctors. So they're planning on increasing that number per year. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to strike and saying, instead of using that money for that, why don't you put in incentives for people to go out to the rural areas and stuff. We don't need more doctors right now. There's a doctor for every 1,000 people, I think, within some of the cities, but the rural areas is not so much like that. It's very it's very sparse. Anyway, so the interesting about their strike though is that when they organized it, they wanted everybody had masks and everybody, or shields and stuff like that, but it was a silent protest because they didn't want people shouting and spreading the coronavirus. Now, South Korea is doing really good on the spread of COVID. It's just interesting that because they're doctors, their protest would be also safe. So it made me think, like, whoa, what if our protests were like that? And would it do anything? So it looks like they went down to the government building and stood out in silence. They had signs, but everybody was in silence. But they encourage, this is to, instead of yelling and screaming and shouting, they're trying to encourage conversations with the government. And so I just found it was interesting. Go check that out. I will put the link to the article that I found, but I just thought it was interesting, and it was a news thing that came over on my social media line. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you found that interesting.